back in touch with her as soon as we can. Now, France is calling for Azerbaijan to remove checkpoints on the Lachin corridor. It's the only road connecting Armenia with the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region. The checkpoints were established last weekend. Bernard Smith joins us now from the Azeri city of Shusha. Bernard, what does the introduction of the checkpoint sort of mean for the ethnic Armenians living there?
So this is one of the checkpoints that runs from along the Lachin corridor, runs to the ethnic Armenian enclave of Stepanakert, what the Azeris call Kankandi, and it runs all the way to the Armenian border where there's the other checkpoint. Now, the Azeris say that the ethnic Armenians can come and go as they please along this road. The problem is that because of the many years of hostilities between Azerbaijan and Armenia, many ethnic Armenians are afraid to take this road. They fear intimidation by the Azeris, and many ethnic Armenians who fought in the two wars against Azerbaijan fear arrest. So they're not prepared to use this road as it is. There are Russian peacekeepers behind me. You can perhaps see the Russian flag. They're supposed to keep the road completely open and free from any checks. But Azerbaijan says it's put the checks in because Armenia is sending weapons to the ethnic Armenian enclave. Allegations Armenia calls far-fetched. There are calls to reopen it from the French particularly, but Azerbaijan says for the moment, no.
Yeah, let's lead on with the French, because it does seem the Azeris may not bow to French, US or even Russian pressure and remove or open that checkpoint, as you said. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Azerbaijan to keep the traffic flowing freely on here, but Azerbaijan says it has a sovereign right to exert its authority over its internationally recognised territory, including the ethnic Armenian enclave of Stepanakert or Kankandi. Now, elsewhere, the rest of this area that Azerbaijan took back in that war in 2020, there's a rapid development going on here, billions being poured into building hotels, new homes, schools, leisure facilities, even airports. Azerbaijan essentially trying to show the ethnic Armenians in that holdout enclave, look at the money that would be invested there if you decided ultimately to join with Azerbaijan. The southwestern corner of Azerbaijan is being transformed. Known by Armenians as Nagorno-Karabakh, they occupied this territory for 30 years. But war in 2020 saw the Azeris win back control of almost all of it.
We belong to this land. We came back and we found ruins, destruction, demolished, everything demolished, our cemeteries completely destroyed.
The ethnic Armenians that were here have gone. Their cathedral, hit by shelling, will be rebuilt, we're told. Azeri families will move here when reconstruction is finished. The Azeri government says it's investing $1.6 billion in the territories taken back from Armenian control. That includes here in Shusha, where we're overlooking the only part of Karabakh that remains under the control of ethnic Armenians, the town of Kankandi, or as the Armenians call it, Stepanakert. At least 70,000 ethnic Armenians live down there, effectively surrounded. And Azerbaijan has now installed a border checkpoint on the only road linking Stepanakert to Armenia. It's supposed to remain open under the terms of a Russian-brokered peace deal that ended the 2020 war. It had already been partly blocked for 3 months by self-styled environmental activists.
We have seen many times, on many occasions, the video footage, the facts where the Russian peacekeepers would assist, would help Armenian illegal military troops to use this road, bring some new ammunition, weapons, and as a result of this, of course, it posed very serious security concerns to Azerbaijani government, and the Azerbaijani government decided to stop this.
Armenia says the allegations are far-fetched. In Stepanakert, the administration says it's been getting by on what little supplies are allowed through.
People have been living on minimal goods and food transported with the help of Russian peacekeepers and the Red Cross. People are living with permanent cuts of electricity and gas. We have a problem with access to medical treatment, and every day this humanitarian crisis is deepening. The checkpoint is an Azerbaijani move that further worsens the situation.
Armenia relies on Russia as a security guarantor. It believes the Kremlin hasn't been fulfilling its role. Several servicemen from both sides have been killed in clashes in recent months, and tensions are high again. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Shusha, Azerbaijan.